Cool. Hey everyone. That's today I set up like a extra screen over here to make it easy. Lately, I'm not using the second screen. Actually, I don't have just second screen. I actually have three screen, one here, one here. But yeah, some reason my productivity just I think triple with using just a laptop. If I use like an extra monitor, I feel like I actually get less productive. Just use one more. Just use the laptop, and then I'm like super productive. Yeah, anyway, I think you guys see the title of the stream today. We'll be talking about testnet, right? I think personally, I think testnet is super underutilized, especially the dApp layer. I think the ecosystem layer they do it very very well. Like if you see, beta chain, like forever testnet, that kind of stuff. Same as Monad launching the testnet recently, and then like a lot of L1, L2 they're rolling out testnet, and people using it, of course, because there's a lot of expectation of airdrop, but the testnet you're using it, and you test run a bunch of stuff on it, and get people to try things, right? Build no risk, and so ecosystem do use. I think they use testnet super well, but on a dApp layer they are not using it that well. Like my thinking is that well. It's like, when was the last time you see a dApp that has own the beta features on a testnet, right? Let's say you have your V1, you want to roll out V2. What you do, you have to set up a thing on testnet with the front end, every single thing, and then you get people to use it, right? Try it, see what happened. I still don't buy the whole thing with we don't want people to be knowing what is we're trying to build, copy. So like I don't think that's is that relevant, to be fair. I think there's a lot of what did I say? I think there's a ton of things you can do on testnet, especially even from a user perspective, right? And then you can try if that actually makes sense. Is your V2 relevant in terms of feature, right? Are your features actually that important, or just like useless feature? So in Web2, you have like free trial, but for crypto, because it's so financial heavy, and because this gas cost, of course, is minor. So then pure mainnet alone, I think there's always a little bit of frictions. Right? It's always a sense of friction. And so I think there's lots of good opportunities to do this on mainnet. Oh, like one second. I think I want to share this link to more people. Give me 1 second. I'll share this one. I'm gonna share to a couple more groups, and if anyone who's interested in my my rambling, right? Rambling, talking, sharing ideas and thoughts. Uh, Sharing a video, live stream, my thoughts on using testnet as a dApp. Okay. All right. So. Okay, and one more. All right. Nice. Okay, let me turn off on these distracting notifications. Super distracting. Super distracting. Anyway, so okay, let's keep talking about. So you don't know, like Uniswap, they have a testnet environment. That's super good, right? Let me just share my screen. Let me present. I think it's pretty relevant to do a lot of screen sharing. Right? Tie screen, screen one. Okay, screen one. Tie screen and make sure I'm in this. Should I be in this configuration? One thing I hate about this configuration is because it blocks. So maybe there's information here that's blocked. So maybe I do this one. I think that's better. I just need to be very small. I just need to be very small and not in a corner. I think that's fine. Okay. Okay. So you go on Uniswap. You go on Uniswap at the moment, and you connect to testnet. And this is one thing I kind of like. I think it's better that. Okay. Well, I think one sec. I need to log in so when I stop sharing screen. I don't want people to know of my password though. That's the thing. That also get hidden. Let me log into MetaMask before we proceed. Okay, log in my MetaMask. Gonna share my screen again. Okay, share my screen. Let's go Sepolia. Okay, and this is not Sepolia. Switch on testnet mode. Okay, let me share again. Let me share again. Tie screen, this one. Okay. So for so you if you go on Uniswap, just go directly Uniswap app and then you switch over to this. So you click the sidebar. There's a settings here, and you can switch on testnet mode. So testnet mode, essentially once you switch over, you see this, you have the stats on testnet. Here I have like a lot of ETH on testnet. Yes, I'm not rich on mainnet. On testnet, I'm pretty loaded, man. I got like 1,590 ETH on testnet. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff on testnet. Anyway, on testnet, you can start, using, you can swap stuff. Let's say, for example, I want to swap ETH here over to some USDC. Yes, whatever, 0.01 is like 2 USDC. I can, it mimics the experience on mimics the experience on mainnet that you typically see. Right, you get all these things, everything works as expected. Doesn't have the best price, trigger transaction requests and confirm, and it swaps, right? And if you wait this one a little bit, it's an actual swap, right? Let me see if this one confirms that fast. It's a polia, so it does take some time. Mm, but yeah, so you can do these things. So you think about like if your dApp have like a testnet environment for people to essentially just try it out, right? No risk. What do you think would happen, right? So imagine you go on the whole onboarding experience. Let's say you do like your marketing for onboarding. Let's say you do like a meetup for onboarding. You say just any users, right? If you meeting a crypto natives, I think getting crypto is on the issues for them. They already have like a bunch of crypto. Oh, I think it's done. Yeah, there you go. Right. So getting crypto is on an issue for them. Yeah, it was like 18 USDC, now it's 20, right? So you just swap like two USDC. So for crypto natives, getting crypto is on the issue for them. They probably have a bunch of crypto ready in some of their wallets, so they can easily just go to your dApp version on mainnet and just use it, right? But then what happened in other scenarios? Right? Let's say you meet people who hasn't used crypto that much, or they don't, they new to crypto, right? So you have a testnet environment, you meet them, or they join your community online. You can airdrop them some testnet ETH, right? Testnet, if you don't know, you can buy it, by the way. Right? For testnet ETH, you can go to like layer zero. I forgot like testnet ETH buy something. You can either get it from a faucet or you go to testnet bridge, just buy like a bunch of Sepolia, and then you start bridging that over to the L2 and you use it, right? Or if you know the foundations, your team that runs the L2, ask them for like a bunch of testnet token and just use that, have fun with it, right? So there's a lot of things you can do, and use that as like a way for to build just build users, right? Get people to try even before you launch your V1, right? For example, you're building it V0. It's easy to get a interface out, like a UI out super quickly. But then, getting audits and so, getting your smart contract to be looked at and doing all these like testing in terms of, logic, it might take time, right? The whole, building on a smart contract might take time. But then on the front end, it's super easy. So what do? Why don't you just do, do some mock contracts, deploy on testnet, get a UI, just get people to start testing it out, right? If the logic you think get good reception, people think it's actually a good idea, then you can keep using it, right? Keep rolling it in, try, test it, and use it, and double down your idea, make adjustment, make improvement, and start building on top of it. So that's, I think, super convenient. So that I definitely would use it. And if you see like Monad, of course, yeah, it might be skewed because these ones are potentially for airdrop. But I think you look at Mega ETH. Mega ETH announced that they definitely would not do airdrop for testnet activities. And we'll use it because it's like novelty, quote unquote, because it's like a super fast block. So then there's a lot of things you can do with testnet, right? But that's their ecosystem, right? I don't see a lot on DApp, on the DApp side. Yeah, so then I think you can definitely. So you're not necessarily have to do the way Uniswap does, which is having everything on one interface. I think you can do like a beta branch, like beta dot whatever your app is domain, and use that to help onboard users, right? Like people will be testing out like new products, new features, and everything on that. And it's like a long running thing. Like, oh, if you want to use the existing stable version, you go here. You want to test out very adventurous fork or like implementations, you go to this one, right? Everything on testnet, super safe. I think the only one is getting testnet tokens, right? Which is you can give out to them, and then this actually helps you because then you can be like, hey, if you want some testnet token, just join our community and here, and then send us a message. And I think that another trick is like don't use native ETH or native testnet ETH for activities, right? Let's say for a testnet fork, you make a little bit of changes and use WETH, right? And of course, you don't use there's no official WETH on testnet, by the way. Right? So you can use like a fake WETH that you invented, right? If you want like just fork WETH, or fork WETH, have your own WETH, WETH, like wrap ETH, and use that to get people and give it out to people. It's ERC20, it's an ERC20, so it's super cheap. What you can also do is make a pool, like a Uniswap pool. You can just swap it, right? Or make a contract that spit out, you deposit 0.001 testnet ETH and it spit out like 10 wrap ETH, for example, right? A mint that ratio. So they can use that, and people can have like a bunch of WETH for them to do whatever it is. You can even trick people just to make it at WETH display at ETH on the interface, right? It doesn't have to be real. Right? And just get people to have a feel, right? So it's up to you. So I think this is what I'm gonna do. Get people for today. So my advocacy right now is getting people to use testnet more. Right? So and it's because I think it's useful not just for developers. I think useful for a lot of people, right? Beyond developers. Of course, if you're a protocol, you want developer adoptions, 100% set up testnet. Yeah, so set up testnet instance environment. Make sure it's mimic the mainnet as much as possible. I know for testnet, there's a lot of considerations you have to think about because the economics are not there. Right, I mean, it's free, so then there's all thing that you rely on mainnet that might not be possible in testnet. But then you make sure you have the best developer experience possible from testnet for people to use. So right now I'm working in Bifrost, so Build Station community, working in Bifrost, and we noticed that they don't have testnet, right? Because we want to have, like test out some idea with LST. So we noticed that they don't have testnet, or at least they have testnet. They have Bifrost Paseo, which is the testnet version on Polkadot. They also have, but they don't have testnet version in where the LST can bridge to because bridging happens on the mainnet. So what I'm doing at the moment is what Build Station community is contributing is we're contributing a testnet version or like a testnet kit for Bifrost, right? So this is written. This is Solidity based. So this is only usable for EVM bridge, the bridge version of the LST on the EVM networks, right? So you're looking at Moonbeam, Asset Hub, Base for Polkadot, and you have Base for on the Ethereum side. You have Arbitrum, you have Base, you have Optimism. And what I also would do is I also would deploy these things directly on testnet, and also will roll out a testnet app that people can use and like have an experience. Right? Try it and try the idea of DeFi. Right? No risk, zero risk. Right? You can do whatever you want. Right? So you can do whatever you want. Have fun with it, right? And just do swap, and focus on the onboarding experience to get people to be familiar. And why DAX? I personally think DAX is better than SEX, right? And I've been saying this, like that's for example here. I gotta show everyone this one because recently I had Sasha. If you are not aware of Sasha, Sasha is a co-founder of Rise Chain, which is a layer 2 on Ethereum that is a gear gas, right? They focus on having like a massive gas limit. Anyway, so recently she was talking about like she's hate the on-chain trading experience, which I do agree. If like to some extent, on-chain trading experience is still has its own issues. But look at this, right? I onboard a lot of normies, by the way, a tons of normies, and they always like Uniswap. And look at this. Look at the spot trading experience on Binance, which is the biggest sex. Right? Look at it. It's just so. What is this on these like prices here, and then on these things here? You buy it, yeah. Then you have this tiny has about like open orders and holding, blah blah blah. And then you have the chart here. Look at Uniswap. Just click what do you want, click it, select, boom, done, right? Everything is automated for you. They have auto slippage, everything. So then, like auto slippage, right? Everything's done. Deadline, max slippage, auto. Usually it's super small, right? It should be fine. So then, what is the issues, right? I think the issues that she's and then she replied to me on that one was the issue is like approval. I agree. Approval on Ethereum is an issue. On EVM, actually, not Ethereum. And EVM also that's an issue, which will probably go away very soon with 7702, but everyone get a daily contract to do batch approval. Boom, done. Like swap and approve and swap in one transaction size. So this is going away in like a month. Right? So then I don't see issues with this. Right? You can even do very good. You can do approve unlimited, which is annoying. I don't think it's good. It's a good thing to do approve unlimited, but given how often, how often protocol can be exploited, smart contract risk, I think you should not approve unlimited, right? Just approve as much as you need to swap. So then you can just swap based on that. Of course, it's annoying when you want to swap like a lot of asset. I do agree. But again, batch approval is coming, so I don't think it's gonna be that much of a big deal. You can swap and approve it on transactions, so just do whatever you want. So yeah. So, but I think, be honest, I think what I can do is we should improve the experience, right? We shouldn't just stop there like, hey, this one is gonna be solving stuff. I think we should do more experiment on testnet and get people to experiment more. Anyway, I think that's enough talk. So that's my thoughts, right? So if any one of you who's interested to set up testnet environment for your dApp, and you just need someone to have a look at it to try, remember I have a lot of testnet ETH, a lot. Right? I have this much testnet ETH, and I don't mind buying more. By the way, happy to buy more. So, and I would happy to try your dApp on an ETH testnet, right? It could be on Sepolia or it could be on any testnet that I can bridge over to. You have a bridge, right? You have a testnet bridge. I bridge over and try your stuff. Of course, make sure you do your marketing, tag me or DM me, right? Hey, would you like to try this dab, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, happy to try. And then it's on testnet, happy to try it. Because there's no risk anyway. So I don't see that much of an issue. So happy to try, right? Just, I have like a couple burner wallets with like a 1 ETH testnet. Just like happy to try like a bunch of stuff. And yeah, and then yeah, I found, and if you want me to give you some inputs on how I want to set up testnet or what my thoughts on it, feel free to DM me or just tag me directly on X. DM a lot. Okay, DM on X. So here's the thing: a lot of times DM on X actually just goes straight to what's that, spam folder, or not spam, but like like there's like this folder where you don't check very often. It's not doesn't show up as like a message. So I think the best way, just tag me. Right? I'm terminally online. Just tag me, I reply, and I tag me with like like tag me publicly. Right? It's fine. Tag me publicly. Just like, hey, want to try this one, and then attach the link to your your dApp, and then I use it. Right? Yeah, I'm happy to try. I like if you have like new ideas and stuff, make sure experience is good, happy to try it, right? So I'm supportive, right? Supportive of these things. And you want me to help look at the code base and stuff, please feel free to do so. And if your ideas are good, Bifrost will happy to give out you a grant as well. And then I also have a grant from Build Station. You build something for developers. I also will be give out grants for you as well. So there's a lot of opportunities for you to leverage, right? So then don't hesitate to leverage the resources available, right? So why not? Anyway, so build station community, let's go a little bit deeper. So build station community, we build this testnet kit for Bifrost because they don't have a lot of stuff on testnet, right? So this is what the community bootstrap. We've been building this for a couple months already. Still very limited adoption, so that I'm pushing. If you want to try, give me a star, give me a fork, try it. It's Foundry, right? You don't need, if you are concerned about like sketchy code and stuff like that, no problem. I think Code Sandbox is pretty good. You can fork. It's public, by the way. It's public, so you can fork this into like a micro VM and just try on there. Right? I think this is something I need to work on. Super important. So don't fork sketchy code back to your computer. Right, 100%. If you want to test like this on what you can also do is you can just set up a fresh instance of Foundry. It's like Foundry init a new project and just copy and paste the code in here inside. Or you know what? That's also, I want to talk about this as well. LLMS.md, right? LLMS.md, which is an optimized docs for AI. Basically, your docs, but toss it over here for AI to churn, especially on these things, right? All of these like logs and Oracle and blah blah, all the kinds of things. Integration. I didn't have integration. Manta integration. Now these ones, right? Toss it here and let like the LLMs to pick out the informations. It doesn't even need to be neatly organized, by the way, because it's not supposed for you to read. Humans to read. It's supposed to be for AI, and AI just need information, right? So you don't even need it to be super well organized. It needs to be it just needs your sentences to make sense. Right? That's what I think. So here's the thing, right? All of these, there's a bunch of links on here as well. So let's switch over to the view locally, right? Here it is. So this is a view locally. Here, I have like a result. It has like a version issues. So here's the thing. Yeah, you have something like this, right? You have like the title, you have all these things, and then when people want to use, just do this. Actually, I need to get a fresh instance. Okay, so just do this, and it immediately add into the context, right? And then you can do something like how XCMP works, right? And then it will, based on that, blah blah blah, it will go in, it will start extracting a bunch of these things here. It will summarize our stuff in here as well. One thing that works super well is like if you add facts into it. Let's say like you want to ask like what are the addresses of the asset, what are like the official address of the tokens or address of the contract and stuff like that. This thing is super helpful. You give a bunch of context for the LLMs to be able to do things, do this efficiently, right? So, and then you can have the agent mode. Right now, they have the agent mode as well, where it looks up online, do some of stuff. They want to live. Oh, by the way, I use Soldier. Right, super good. Recommend Soldier, which is like a what is that? A package manager, right, for Solidity product projects specifically for Foundry, and I think it works better than the Git stuff that Foundry was using before. Anyway, so at the moment, the thing I'm seeing is I have this base SLPX, which is essentially for set up on base. Right? So as SL for Bifrost, SLPX is essentially is the instance where you will interact with it to mint LST. That's it, right? The token is separate, but you use this one to mint. You exchange your ETH for the VETH, which is the LST version. So essentially, this is like the contract, and of course, this takes a lot more work than just doing something like this. Sometimes there's a lot of integration on mainnet that is available and it's not available on testnet. So then you need to come up with some way to build mock for it, right? That's why I have some like Bifrost mock, some gateway mock as well. This one saying a mock gateway. There's some interface, Oracle, etc. All these things. There's tons of stuff here. VE as well. This implementation of Soulmate is just like a normal ERC20 on Soulmate for you to use deploy. Right? There's an ownable as well, which is the owner of the contract is the SLPX, because you want to use it to mint and burn tokens. Yeah, and this is used. I also have an idea for yield delegation vault, which is based on an SLPX implementation. There's like a test here. This thing you can just run it. You can do a forge test, and then go run on a test. I think last time I checked, I think it works. Compiling, boom. Yeah, there you go. Everything's successful, and none of the XCM Oracle and everything. So like a bunch of stuff here. Like yield delegation vault, there's exchange rate, send token fee, blah, blah, blah. Owner, blah blah blah. So tons of stuff here. So you can test mint. So you can try build up more. I will build up more test cases here. Actually, we should build it today. Yeah, and deploy on base or something. I have the base RPC and everything that's set up already. Make file. Oh, by the way, I suggest you to use make file. Take advantage of make file because it's like super duper convenient. You can have like a bunch of stuff here. Each of this is an alias, and then it runs like a bunch of stuff. Deploy in this case is deployment scripts. It's supposed to be in here. Oh, I didn't even write deployment script. Need to work on deployment script. Anyway, work on that. Okay. Yeah, and also so have the LLMs.md, then it helps with the it helps give context to the to the AI agent for them to be able to do pick up informations online and so on. Helpful, right? So I think I need to brush it up. So LLMs probably just work on this one because I need to format it a little bit. So I want to add everything. Oh, there's also a new tokenomics. I'm gonna put the tokenomics in. Frequently asked questions. Okay, so I want to add a couple stuff more, and that's this part. So let's get the tokenomics 2.0. Okay, in. Yeah, I need to recommend to Bifrost on this. I'd rather have like own the markdown everything. It's easier. Rather than this, like how do I get a markdown? You don't. So then it's just really hard to get the community to just to help out, right? I think community helping out is like a normal thing. Okay, this one overview. You probably don't need images. You do well with this. You probably don't even need images. So it gives a lot of. If you want to work with like the BNC and stuff like that, right? Okay, there's like a bunch of mechanism for it. By the way, if you don't know, Bifrost recently got approved from Polkadot Open Golf. Polkadot Open Golf is like this entity on Polkadot where they disperse like treasury, like the treasury, the Polkadot treasury to support projects in the ecosystem. So Bifrost got approved of like 3.5 millions worth of DOT to inject as liquidity for all the stuff on L2, right? base Arbitrum, Optimism, and I believe BNB chain as well. Yeah. So and yeah, and then it's gonna be helps with liquidity, low slippage swap, and yeah, so just super good in general. Okay, this one, get this one. So it regroup that inside this one. There's a positive flow. Okay, close loop images, good. So you do just a quick look into the formatting. At least it looks reasonable. And that should be fine. And then your core BBNC. Okay. It's FAQ. Okay. Core BBNC. Key components. Right. Let's copy and paste inside. Okay. Benefits. See, I really want this to just be like a big raw markdown and then just copy. That's the thing with Gitbook. I really wish because the team stopped using Gitbook. I hate Gitbook. One, it's not open source. Second one is like it's just really hard to get a community to be involved in your ecosystem. There's like a bunch of documentation templates on Next.js. I highly recommend this one, like Raya Docs, like this one. Super good. Or if you because it's also very modern and super easy to customize. You know what? Because I think I mentioned this before. Build Station probably should do a fork of this one and maintain a separate fork with the engine with like all the stuff that's very specific to crypto. It's like super good to even have documentation and blog together. Documentation and blog together. This actually works excellent as a marketing, marketing. What is that? A marketing. What I was gonna say? Marketing template as well. So I do recommend. I do think dapps should split the marketing page and the DApp page to be separate, like into different separate domain, just for deployment. Because this one you can add a bunch of dependency to make it look nice, right? Like for the marketing page, right? Add like the docs and stuff. You would add so much dependency to make it look nice. You want it to look nice, right? Animation, you can make it all pretty. Does a bunch of fun stuff, but then you don't want that to be in your like heavily secured dApp, because if you have your dApp to have supply chain attack, man, they would hit something very small and then sneak out a supply chain attack. Like what happened with Safe, literally supply chain attack, and it could happen with like a small package anyway. So something like this, go on next, and there's a bunch of template for you to build something like this. So yeah, use something like that, and that will get how to get redeemed. Oh, okay. Get BBNC. Okay. And use that to make it look nice. Use that to your advantage. Okay, yeah, this one which has two quotes. Don't ask me why there's a code. Let me see. See, okay, looks pretty cool. Let's just quickly do a doc. I need to hide this one. And do fore. Yeah. Okay. And frequently asked questions. See, now you have this thing. Now I have to format. I think I need to ask for just too much. Because I don't know Git has the flow to export. Yeah, Yeah, we'll probably think of that in a bit. Okay. Anyway, let's work on the deploy. Or actually, deploy script is probably not as important. Let's show you the base SLBX. This one. Manta SLPX contract base SLPX. It's ownable. I can go, yeah. Because this one they have Manta. I do did this for Manta. There's a Moonbeam one, which is different. Moonbeam SLPX. It looks like this. Uh, yeah, this is also a rewrite, by the way. Like I did a lot of rewrite. And the base SLPX is based on the SLPX on the mainnet ETH, which is only has one function, is mint. But the moon there's also XCM Oracle. I think maybe which one should I go for? This one is a lot more complicated, a lot more comprehensive. There's also Sonium SLPX. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I do that. I think this one can because it has very similar interface. This one. I need to also Bifrost IO. Let's go to Bifrost IO. There's a so if you want to check out all of the SLPX contracts, you can go to here, SLPX contract over here, and you can fork it and get all the contracts locally, and you can just pick and choose from there. It's a lot faster. You do it locally, and I think I have it locally here too. Oh, I don't. Oh, that. Hmm. But there's like new stuff. Also, there's none in here. Okay, so I think it's better to maybe I publish this one on Soldier. Let me publish this one on Soldier. I will make like a Soldier. Let me do a check. Solidity be private. You know, if I send an MC, place an open issue here. Can I use these? Yeah, let me use Soldier. Push. Okay. Sign up. I do this. I think anyone can do, right? Because it's public anyway. So happy to do. Should I continue with GitHub? No. Okay, I'm gonna have to like stop sharing for a moment. Yeah, my email is public, so it's fine. XYZ is password. Password. I like to use email more than I use email more than like using continue with GitHub and stuff because I don't know, it's just quicker this way because I have like autofill. So then, what the hell? Do I need to verify my email? It's fine. I don't fault these guys because feels like they're not. Well, I don't think they front end engineers, so that's okay. Yeah. Alright. Name, manage your name. It's fine. Enter your name, your bio. Kind of an update. Hello. This one's fine. My projects. It's just Shatsy head, man. So create an account, use a CLI to publish it. Okay. I'm gonna do this one. Soulmate. I notify our team. Actually, I just do it for them. How to use Saudier CLI. Actually, I don't use the CLI. I just use that to, to get it down. So, Forge Saudier. Installation. Saudier help. So I think the way I need to do is do a fork of this one. I think having a fork would be a lot more annoying. Yeah, but because these guys are using. Okay, so what I need to do is actually get these ones to be ported over to Foundry. Then this would be, I would maintain like a fork of it. Okay. Okay, this probably a bit more annoying than needed. Uh, okay. Okay. I will. I think it's better to put it on the other one. I think it's better because then they have access control to it rather than because I might get attacked and stuff. I might destroy a lot of people. So actually, better I will notify the team to do this. Yeah, because this one is in. Okay, I put a request to the team and get them to set up something, and then I manage that one for the team. Make it easy. Okay, cool. Right, it's pretty. That works. No issue. Redeem. Because then I also want to have maybe let me get it input. Yeah, but then if when there's like, do I want to deficit? Let's just do like a stopgap for now, which is I'm gonna fork this one and just copy and paste over. Just gonna. Oops, sorry. Wrong click. Okay. Uh, CD Bifrost. Actually, there's a SLPX contracts. All right. Git remote. Good. Okay. Git pull origin. Yeah. Boom. There's a bunch of new deployments. Good. You can also do this, something like this. And cursor. Yeah, I still don't replace cursor code. Maybe one day VS Code would get better. Oof, that's like a long day. Anyway, I think it's a script. Calculate. Probably would Snowbridge. Yeah. Yeah. I think before I was using Snowbridge for things. Yeah, I'm like super early compiler. It's like earlier compiler. It's like a Sony MSLPX right here. Okay, let's get this one back into the testnet kit. It's gonna be doing a rewrite. And 28. It's 29 now. Yeah. Okay, this one. CCIP. Using CCIP. Okay. I have to note these ones. Interface. Okay. Redo interface. Types. That's so. Okay. Set min amount. So you have all these chain selector, OFT, destination chain ID. Yeah, this is normal segment. Yeah, the biggest thing about doing this is because on testnet, so on mainnet Bifrost protocol, the way it does is, especially for cross chain, so there's a lot of operations being done, signal being sent and stuff like that, messages being sent, but this thing is not available in testnet. So a lot of the way you have to like mock a bunch of these ones, especially everything from like like you have to check every single live code and you mock it, right? Like redeem and create order. So usually it has a create order. Where is create order? Mint. Changing interface. There's mint here and then moonbeam is different. It's create order and moonbeam. And then need to get everyone to gotta be consistent on, on this. There's also an iRouter. Okay. Uh, so here's the power of cursor. Let's go to SLPX contract. What are these router client? Owner's creator. Never see. Oh, it doesn't have the CCIP router. Yeah, probably for probably for communicating with like source of truth. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Owner is creator. What about owner? What about this one? How different is it from ownable? Okay, ownership transfer. Then it's just the same, is it? It's just the same. Hmm. Okay, there's probably something. Okay, I need to. So there's no chain link that you can use. So I need to mimic the behavior of this one on the other one. Right, this one it mimics because the goal is just mint the tokens, right? And then there's like, but on testnet you don't need the security, so then you just need to make sure it mints legit. Need the interfaces. Okay, so definitely no inheritance. But if there's no inheritance, you need to have ownership. It's probably because it exposed like a couple of methods. Okay, it will expose like a couple methods like transfer ownerships and stuff. It's gonna use npm, right? Yeah, it's gonna use npm. Hmm. Stop using hard hat. Hard hat depends. npm install. I mean, like when. Forgot the command to do. It's just npm install something. It's probably just npm install because you have package lock. You have package.json here. You have a yarn lock. Okay. We use yarn. Okay. So yarn. Set up project. Yarn. Yarn init. Uh, oh man, I use. Guess this one thing I don't like about hard hat. Just is he just yarn app. It's yarn lock package. Uh, It was like broken prettier as well. And hardware config. Yeah. Do I not have yarn? Nothing else on yarn. I don't use yarn. Mostly yarn install. Okay. Doesn't even have yarn. Okay, it's not even in. Ooh, really? I think I had yarn before. Okay, just add npm install. Okay, it's also globally available. Okay, let's double check. And version. Okay, yarn install here. Oh, sorry, forgot to share my screen again. I think then I wasn't sharing screen for like the whole entire time. Sorry. Oh man, just installing Yarn at the moment because I don't work on hard hat or use a Yarn. I use like pnpm, npm, bun, but I don't use Yarn like some people. So nothing's wrong with Yarn. I just don't use it. Not something I use every day. So yeah, just installing Yarn and install dependency for SLPX contracts. Yeah, man, that means like a whole 10 minutes. I think. Just there's nothing here because I was doing, managing of my account on Soldier, so then I forgot to share again. Was it also because of this one? Hi, yeah, gotta hide this one. Okay, so I was doing a whole hard hat everything. Okay, so now it's in hard hat, and yeah, I got this one, and I got all this one. Pragma Solidity. Uh, 825. Oh, because I think I set a compile version. Uh, I need to change workspace. Oh, let me change it over to. Oh, you hear some stuff. Just my kid. Change it again to 10. They also have different. Okay, I think it's more like the linting issues. With the this one, just linting issue. I know for hard hat you can use multiple different compiler. So on, I think everything here use like 0.8 to like 10. It's only one version, and used for Sonium, Aster, Startail, the Shibuya as well. I don't know, probably a different one. Moonbeam, Testnet, Moonbeam, deployment on the Astar network. Yeah, so yeah, this is how it's testing. Uh, yeah, there's like a bunch of things doesn't work. Astar, block scan, yeah, also API key to do verifications. It is can right? Verify. Uh, and one. Okay, so I think everything should work now. Got the only independency in. It's not allow. Okay, so whatever set up this. It's like broken private key. Oof, using private key here. Sketchy. Not my recommended thing. Zombie net. Test. Okay. Script deployment. Yeah, I think I want to do a fork of Foundry of this for this one. Think of some I do like a one-to-one binding with dependencies. There's our dependencies here. Then I just need to make sure that it kind of works. Publish as like a package that you can use. So the like all of the everything works. Now look at this. Like it has the create order, and then on order chain is like mint. This one's mint. This makes the dot set hydration. Hmm. Yeah. Anyway, okay. For this one, that's what it is. For testnet kit, this one needs some more work. But base assets we should be working. Maybe we work on deploy. I need to get my deploy scripts. That's my deploy script. Foundry template. I think I have deploy. It's in the scripts. Deploy. Oh, this one doesn't have. Okay, I need to update this one to help. I also have a Foundry template. I think this one, I think is because I didn't add anything into it. When I was at still at Kaya Foundation, I did have a Kaya Foundry template. This one, and there's also a very. I actually have like a bunch as well. I also have like a script for the create 3 deployment. Super convenient, by the way. Create 3. And we don't have this. We don't have deploy helper. Let's remove those. External. We don't have deploy helper. And this one, maybe I should make a deploy helper. That one is actually from Cypherin. I really like what Patrick did for this one. Super nice, actually. Super great idea. Okay, deploy helper. So deploy helper. Deploy helper import. Deploy helper. I also want to use source script. This one. Is it now? Yeah, good. Okay. So like this. We don't have lucky draw. Just my kid being obnoxious. Okay. I work on something here with the deployment scripts. It's almost the end of the stream. So anyway, all right. Thank you everyone for joining this stream. I probably will work on this one and then push an update very soon. I include a GitHub link inside the stream, and then you can have a look at it. Yeah, thank you so much for joining here. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be worked on at this inside this junction. I need to remove a bunch of these ones, and add like a bunch of conflicts for different things, and like LLM's instructions for it to like generate even more if needed. Cool, man. So yeah, thanks for joining the stream today. Enjoy. Have a good day, and we come back tomorrow. Probably would be a lot earlier than right now, but then today in the morning I was busy doing some stuff, so then had to like skip all the way to the end of the day. Anyway, guys, have a good day. Yeah, bye bye.